What's up, guys? Happy Thursday. It's the 90-day run, another session for you guys today. Let's let some people just jump online real quick. I'm going to set up my Instagram so that ways I can connect people on Insta as well. Got to go stories and then live. Let's allow some people to jump on real quick. Check it out. Okay, so just let everybody know where you guys are tuning in from. We got Pam. We got Ornella Villa from Italy. Hello, Ornella. Good to see you. We got Mitch Kurtz here from the U.S. Who else do we got? Let us know where you guys are tuning in from. All right, I got some good content for you guys today. I want you guys to grow a huge business. I want you guys to be successful. Man, it is January right now. How many of you guys have been getting your 1099s from your companies right now? Does it fire you up? Does it motivate you, or does it demotivate you? If you didn't make enough, it should motivate you enough to go out and make it happen this year. If it demotivated you, it's probably because you're worried about paying taxes right now. Hey, but taxes are the name of the game. The more taxes you have to pay, it means the more money you made, right? So, okay, guys. So we got people calling from Delaware, Arizona, Italy, Germany, Utah. I love it. Let people know where you guys are calling in from, and I'm going to set up the Instagram so that way people can see the Instagram on here. I'm going to set it up to live on Instagram. Here we go. And be going live on Insta. We're live here on Facebook. Okay, it's the 90-day run. Share this live right now on your pages. Please share this live on your pages so that way your team can pick it up, your friends can pick it up, they can see what you're sharing, they can see what you're doing. Hey, they might even ask you, what is the 90-day run about? You know, what business are you a part of? Who is that guy? So I'm just trying to help you create awareness and keep it going, guys. So we're live on Instagram right now. Hey, it's a 90-day run. Today we're going to be talking about presenting your product and opportunity to your prospects, right? So over the last few sessions that I've had with you guys over the 90-day run, you guys should have already made a decision to run. That's why you're on here today. You guys should have already made an agreement with your family on the time and commitment you're going to sacrifice to this business, what it's going to mean for you and your future and for your family and for their future. If you guys are on Insta, let people know where you guys are tuning in from. You guys should have already made the decision. You should have made the commitment, the sacrifice. You've got your calendars laid out. You've already identified your prospects, or you've been putting a list together. You went to the 90dayrun.com. You downloaded all the tools that I have available for you for free. You're going through that ultimate memory jogger. You're writing down names you never thought of before. You're being aware of what you're doing every single day and every single week in your life. You're focused on meeting new people, making new friends, starting conversations in your daily life. You're just being aware. You're growing that active candidate list, right? So number one, you've been identifying your prospects. Man, we got people writing in all the way from Ukraine, India. Oh my gosh, people from every company. Let people know the company you're a part of too. Throw that on there. Let people know how many network marketing companies are watching or taking part in this 90-day run. Okay, so you've identified your prospects and you've also invited them to learn more, right? You've been inviting them to learn more. You've been letting them review a tool, or you've invited them to some sort of event, webinar, call, meeting, whatever it is. So you've identified the prospects, and now you're focused on exposures, right? Exposures are just letting them review a tool, a magazine, a website, a brochure, your product, or you're inviting them to some sort of event, whether it's a Zoom call or an online webinar or a local meeting or a local home event you're doing, or you're meeting them one-on-one for coffee at Starbucks and you're sharing your business, right? So you've done those two things. And then what you need to understand is that if you invited them to review a tool, then all you should be focused on is following up with them, right? And then sending them to the next exposure. If you invited them to some sort of event, then you got to remember that you're not the expert, okay? When you invite them to an event, you don't want to be the expert that knows the compensation plan like the back of your hand. You don't want to be the expert. Let me make sure I got my computer plugged in here for you guys. You do not want to be the expert that knows the company like the back of your hand, the product like the back of your hand. You want to let the tools do the talking. For one, you probably talk too much if you're just sitting there and you're sharing everything with everybody. You don't want to talk too much when you have a prospect in front of you. You don't want them to think, man, I can't do what he just did, or I can't do what she just did, okay? You got to remember that you're not an expert, okay? You don't want to talk too much. You know, what happens is when you try to become an expert and you're talking to somebody you know, that makes them more skeptical because they already know who you are. They already know everything about you. So if you're trying to be an expert in an area where they've never seen you as an expert before, they're going to become more skeptical and less likely to even want to do your business, right? And also, there's no duplication when you're the expert. There's no duplication when you talk too much. There's no duplication when you're trying to impress people with all the knowledge that you have about a new company or a new opportunity, okay? So there's no duplication. Unless you want to be the go-to guy or the go-to girl in your business, unless you want them to join you and just think, oh, Sheila will do it all, Calvin will do it all, Carla will do it all, Tom will do it all, right? Dan will do it all. Then don't do that, okay? Because what you don't want to create is a job, right? This is a network marketing opportunity. You're trying to create a passive income stream. You probably already have a job outside of network marketing. You probably maybe have another business that you're running. You don't want to create a job. What you want to do is you want to create duplication, okay? What you want to remember is you're not an expert. You're just a consultant. You're a consultant in this business, okay? You're a consultant who connects the prospects to tools, events, or other distributors to help them become more educated, okay? You're a consultant. Everybody write the word consultant in the comment section, please. Just write down the word consultant, because I want you to put it in writing, and I want you to manifest that in your own mind, that I'm just a consultant. I'm not an expert. I'm connecting people to tools, websites, videos. I'm connecting people to the events. I'm plugging people in. Consultant, right? Give me a big thumbs up. Throw me some love, some hearts. You guys are understanding what I'm sharing with you guys today, okay? You're just a consultant, right? You're the connector, right? You need to help them understand that tools, you need to start using tools instead of your own wisdom. You need to start using live events instead of your own presentations. And you need to start connecting people to other distributors and letting other distributors give facts instead of giving them yourselves as an expert, right? Just refer. Eventually, you're going to have to be the leader. You're going to be the one that is showing the plan. You're going to be the distributor with all the information, giving the facts. But until then, don't do that. Let the tools do the talking. Let the tools be the wisdom. Push people to live events instead of your own presentations at the very beginning. And then let the other people with knowledge, let the other distributors with experience give the facts instead of giving it yourself as the expert. Don't come off as the expert, especially at the very beginning of your business, guys. Okay? So that's important. All right? So in addition to actually learning how to effectively present your product or opportunity during your personal recruiting efforts, it's also important to learn how to present your opportunity to groups of people, because aside from you building your list, identifying your prospects, inviting them to learn more, letting the tools do the talking, and then meeting with them one-on-one to share the business opportunity, you're eventually going to have to share it in front of groups of people as your team grows. All right, so you're going to have to learn how to present your opportunity in front of groups of people. They usually say that the person in front of the room makes the most money. The person with the marker in their hand makes the most money. He or she who shows the plan makes the most money. And usually that's true. Usually those are the people that have higher than average incomes in your company, right? The ones that are doing those types of things. So you're going to eventually have to learn how to do those things. So, for me, I started by learning how to give short and effective, presentations by just doing one-on-ones or doing three-way calls or having a leader on my team bring a prospect in front of me to share the opportunity with them. But in this book right here, Go Pro by Eric Worre, he talks about it. Actually, skill number 3 is presenting your product and opportunity to your prospects, right? And he talks about being able to do that. And he says that people aren't interested in how much you know, but they are interested in your story. So when you're sharing your opportunity with people, they want to know who you are first. Have you been able to share your story effectively? Because it isn't just about you sitting with someone and meeting them one-on-one and just right away getting to the business. First, tell them a little bit about yourself. Let them know why you're doing it. How did you come across this business, and why did you come across this business, and why are you so passionate about this network marketing company? Like, why are you so passionate about getting people involved in it? And your story has a lot to do with that very beginning of you sharing that presentation with people. So, Eric talks about how he worked on his story before giving his presentation. And in his story, he says this. He says, I worked on my story for a while. After tweaking it a time or two, here's what I came up with. And this is Eric Worre, Mr. Network Marketing himself. This is his story. He says, "Hi, my name is Eric Worre, and I'm a retired underachiever. I had 18 jobs by the age of 23, and I was starting to think my future wasn't looking so good. I was embarrassed by my lack of results, and I was desperately looking for a way to make something of my life. In January of 1988, I was introduced to network marketing, and it changed my life. Instead of being afraid of the future, now I'm excited about it." Right? And then he'd insert whatever was appropriate based on his current level of success, right? Wherever he thought his future would go. And the theme of his story was, if he could do it, anyone could do it, right? And it worked. He used it all the time in hotel meetings and home meetings, on three-way phone calls, on conference calls. But what he says is that no matter what your background is, you can craft a compelling story to share with people, right? And every good story has 4 elements, and these are the 4 elements that you have to focus on for your story. And if you guys ever see me like giving my own company presentation online when I'm doing, live events for my own team and my own company, if you guys see me giving a presentation one-on-one, I always start with my story because I want them to know who I am. I want to relate to them and make them feel like I'm just a normal guy. I'm not out just pushing my business all day. But a good story has 4 elements. Number 1 is your background, right? What do you do for a living? What did you do before network marketing? And then number 2 is the things you didn't like about your background. Like, what did you find in what you did that you didn't like, right? What did you identify after being involved in that business? What are the things you didn't like about your background? Number 3, how network marketing or your company, right? Your company that you're involved in right now came to the rescue. Like, how did it come across your mind? How did it come across your life? And then number 4 is your results that you've had so far, or how do you feel about the future? Because some of you are new, you haven't had results yet, but where do you see it taking you? I remember my neighbor, when he shared his story with me, he didn't tell me about the results he was having right now because he'd only been in network marketing for 9 weeks, but he told me where this business was going to take him a year from now, 2 years from now, 5 years from now, what it was going to do for his wife and his family, and how it was going to change his future. And he shared with me that vision, and that vision was powerful, right? So what is your story, right? Your background. The thing you didn't like about your background, how network marketing or your company came to the rescue, and your results are how you feel about your future. I mean, in an instant and quickly, I can quickly share my story, right? So before network marketing, my background was in real estate and mortgage banking. I loved that industry, by the way. I learned everything I could about it, and I became one of the top real estate and mortgage professionals in Southern California. But in 2007, the market crashed, and so did my business. I found myself having to work 20 times as hard to make 25% of my income, and I didn't want to rely on a business that was dependent on the economy anymore, so I was looking for something. And fortunately for me, I met a neighbor of mine who shared with me his business of network marketing. And over the course of 3 weeks, he shared with me piece by piece, and he gave me information a little bit at a time, and I was compelled to want to learn more. And when I saw the business opportunity, I ran for it. I saw a business that I could build in my own backyard and watch spread all around the world, and it wasn't dependent on a single economy anymore like my current traditional business was. So it was the answer to my prayers. Now here I am, 13 years later in network marketing. It's changed my life. My wife doesn't have to work as a hairdresser anymore. I actually met her in this business. We have 4 beautiful children. They're in the best schools. And the biggest thing for me is that this network marketing business has allowed me to get my time back, to have the freedom to be able to take my kids to school, to be at home all day, to be able to pick them up from school, have lunch with them at school, to be able to hang out and go work out at the gym with my wife, to never miss an award ceremony, to help coach my kids' soccer teams and their sports programs, to go to all of their events and just be a part of their life. I didn't have that opportunity as a kid because my mom was always working. I didn't have my dad in my life, but network marketing has changed my life and given me a bigger future. I've been able to create a business that I can one day hand off to my kids, and it's an exciting thing. So there's my story in like literally a minute, right? So what is your story? You could say, for the last 10 years I've been a housewife, just working at home. It was not really my idea of what I wanted when I grew up, but I have 3 beautiful children. My husband works hard every single day, but I know the value I can bring to my household, and I can't do that by just being a housewife. A friend of mine had recently joined a company with some amazing products that I thought I can use myself in my own home, and I know friends who would love these products. And I just wanted to start my own business from home and to be able to show my family that I have value too, and that I have skills that they've never seen before. And now here I am, a year later in this business. I've created a small-time, part-time passive income that I've been able to provide to my household. I've been able to show my kids what hard work can do for a stay-at-home mom, starting a business on the side, and I'm excited where my future is. Now, not just my husband can be a big example for our family, but so can I. Like, think about a story that you guys have, right? What is your story? What is your background? What are the things you didn't like about your background? How network marketing your company came to the rescue, and how your results are, or how you feel about your future. You could say, hey, you know what? Me and my husband work hard every single day. you know, and you know, we make enough money to survive and pay the bills every single month. We have a nice car, we have a nice house, you know, our kids are happy, but what we're lacking is a retirement. I feel like we're going to be having to work till we're 80 or 90 years old, and we don't have a real retirement with what we do for a living. Recently, a friend of mine had came and shared with me this concept of network marketing through this company and these products or these services, and now my husband and I see the light at the end of the tunnel. We're able to build this business on the side of what we do full-time a few days a week, and we're able to build a nest egg, a retirement now, and save everything that we make now for our retirement. We've invested in a Roth IRA. We have stocks now that we invest in. We have other assets that we invest in. You know, we're looking to buy our first investment property with the money we make from network marketing. The next 5 to 10 years are going to be unbelievable in what we can create here, thanks to our friend who shared this amazing opportunity with us. Now, over the next 30 minutes, I want to show you what we're so excited about. And then you show your company's presentation. Like, you literally tell a quick story and then you share the presentation. But when you tell that story, now you've got people compelled. They're in the edge of their seat now. Now they're listening to you because now you're a real person to them. You had a story, you're a normal person, you had big dreams, or you had a vision, there was something you didn't like about what you currently had, and you found network marketing. And that was the solution to your problem. Now you're going to share with them the company. So that's what it is, you guys. That's what it is. Everybody write down, I have a story in the comments. Just in the comments, put I have a story. I have a story. I have a story. Put that in the comments because you do have a story. You just have to write it out, guys. 1, your background. 2, the thing you didn't like about your background. 3, how network marketing your company came to the rescue. And 4, your results so far or how you feel about your future. Where is this business going to take you? You all have a story. You have put down I have a story in the comment section because you do. And once you start sharing your story, more people are going to want to listen, okay? So take some time to create your story and start telling it every chance that you guys possibly get, okay? And what Eric said was the next thing he decided to do was to master his company's opportunity presentation, because he said the top earners in this company, the biggest producers in their company were extremely powerful and effective at sharing the opportunity, sharing the company's business presentation. And if you don't have a company business presentation, tell the corporate people inside your company you need a presentation, you need a slide deck, you need a PowerPoint in order to share your business in a few different slides of who we are as a company, what our products are, what our vision is for the future, maybe our charitable ways that we give back. Like, have a very powerful business presentation you can go out there and share. And if you don't have one, I just gave you some key elements. You could put one together yourself and do it yourself. Don't wait for the tools from your company. Make them yourself first. Make them for your team, make them for yourselves, throw them on YouTube, right? Create content for your organization, right? Those are tools your team can use. So just do that, guys. But the most effective people are going to be the ones that share the presentation the most, right? So what Eric said was when he watched the successful people in his company share his business presentation, he took notes. That's exactly what I did. I remember when my neighbor would share the presentation of my home in front of my friends, I took notes, I recorded them on my phone, and I watched it over and over again. I wrote it down verbatim, word for word, and I started to practice it myself. I started to find better ways I could say this or that, and ways I could shorten the presentation so it was quicker, but I just kept doing it. And what I did was, after I recorded them, I listened to it, I played it back, and I listened to it over and over and over again, and I started to memorize it, and then I started to put it in my own words, and I started to record myself, and I listened to it over and over and over again when I was in my car, when I was at my job, at my work, when I was building my network marketing business, and I listened to it at night, and I began to practice and practice, and then it became like a new language to me, you guys. I'm just telling you, it became a new language to me. But I started to do the presentation, you know, in front of my friends. I started to do presentation in front of my family. I started to do presentations in my own home when I invited people to come see the business prospects. I did presentations on conference calls. I did presentations on three-way calls when the people in my organization wanted me to speak to one of their prospects. And I just practiced that presentation over and over again. It started with my story, and then I shared the plan. My story, and I shared the plan. It's all about STP, STP, STP. Share your product. Share the plan. Share your product. Share the plan. Share your plan. Share the plan. Share the plan. Share the plan. Share the product. Share the product. Share the plan. Share the plan. Share the plan. I was always sharing the product and showing the plan, you guys. That's all I was doing all the time. Showing the plan was the most powerful because it became just a second language to me. But the story part of it was the most important because that's where I captured their attention. That's where I got them to want to listen to me more. So every place that I can show the presentation and share my story, I did it, you guys. And I just became a regular presenter in my own home, on the webinars, on the conference calls. I became a regular presenter at our local meetings, and I continued to get better and better. And eventually, my company started having me do presentations for them on the stage and in front of just big, huge groups of people, you guys. And I became a storyteller, I became a presenter, and that's what eventually you're going to be in this business. I was afraid of speaking when I started, you guys. I took a Zig Ziglar public speaking seminar my second week after I started this business for $800 in Riverside, California. It was a 3-day course, and I learned some skills over the 3 days. But what it did most for me was it made me feel qualified to be able to speak in front of people now. I took that class. That's what I told myself. Calvin, you took that class. You can speak now, right? Sometimes you just got to get qualified. You got to get your mindset turned on. And that personal development stuff does a lot for your mindset. So I was qualified to go out there and speak. I learned a few things, and I just got better as I went. I practiced and practiced and practiced on purpose to develop skill sets that I needed to become successful in this business, you guys, right? Write down the word practice, right? In the comment section, put the word practice, because practice makes perfect, you guys. I want to see that word practice there. But the evolution of becoming a presenter, Eric, where he says it goes through several stages. Number 1, learning your story, okay? Number 2, learning the standard opportunity presentation of your company. And then number 3, learning the different training presentations. Because more than just doing the presentation, when you get people started, you want to learn the training presentations too, right? You want to be able to be a great trainer. And the great trainers are the ones that develop the skill sets. When you develop a skill set, you could train on it, okay? When you haven't developed a skill set, you can't train on anything, guys. So you want to be a great trainer as well, and you're going to have this well-oiled machine. People are joining your business, 1, because you have an incredible story and they want to be a part of whatever you're building. 2, because you know how to show the presentation, and there is a presentation plan. There's a tool that everybody can share the presentation for, and they can watch you to learn how to do it. And 3, there are great trainings in your organization. There are great team trainers in your organization, and you guys know what you're doing. So you're going to eventually, 1, learn how to tell your story, 2, be a great presenter, and then 3, be a great trainer. That's what you guys are going to do, right? Give me some love, give me some hearts, give me some thumbs up if you guys understand what I'm talking about right now, right? Show me the love, guys. That's all I need, right? To keep going, to stay excited. So that's what you guys need to do, okay? So once you do that, just in the end, when you're prospecting, remember, you're the messenger, not the message. You're the connector. You're the consultant, right? You're the consultant who connects prospects to tools, events, or other distributors to help them become more educated. You're going to use tools instead of your own wisdom. You're going to use live events when you start instead of your own presentations until you learn how to do them. And then you're going to let other distributors give facts instead of giving them yourselves as the expert, right? Hey, that's a great question. I'd love to connect you to, my upline, Allie, who has that information. She's been in this business for a while. Let's set up a call because I want to get that question answered for you. It's just as important for me as it is for you, right? Let other distributors give the facts. But when you're prospecting, you're the messenger, not the message. Get yourself out of the way and use a third-party tool. Figure out what tools you have in order to use them and write them all down, right? Those are your weapons. Number 2, learn to tell your story in a way that will make your prospects curious to hear more. And then number 3, when it comes to presenting in front of a group of people, preparation is key. When you're prepared, it's fun, right? Preparation, practice, practice, practice. And when you're presenting for the first time, for the second time, I don't care if it's for the 5th time, don't worry about what you forget. Don't worry about what you've missed. Don't worry about what you've left out. Just be happy you did it. You went up there and you did it, because guess what? The people listening only know what they know. They only get what you've given them. They don't know what you've missed. They don't know what you messed up on. So go out there and mess up and just practice and get better. You don't have to be fearful. The people watching you speak and present are thinking, wow, I want to do what she's doing. Wow, she's brave. That's incredible. Like, you're the voice of authority right now. So don't worry about that stuff, right? So number 1, again, you're the messenger, not the message. Number 2, learn to tell your story. Number 3, be prepared before you give that presentation, you guys. So I look forward to seeing you guys on Monday for the next 90-day run webcast. All right, make sure you guys are enrolling people every week. Make sure you guys are focused on exposures, and make sure that you're growing your candidate list every week with names maybe you're not going to talk to today, but names you're going to talk to next week or a couple weeks or a month from now. Fill your pipeline with prospects, blast them with exposures, move them from exposure to exposure through following up with them. Don't wait to do the final follow-up and follow-through. Today I enrolled 4 people, you guys, 4 people into my own company, my own business, because today was follow-up day. Follow-through day, not follow-up day. Follow-through, because I've been following up, moving them from exposure to exposure. Today I followed through and asked them that simple question. Now that I've shown you everything, now that you've seen everything I could show you, where do you see yourself in my business? As a customer or as a distributor? Right? And I gave them the alternative choice, and they picked it, right? All of them picked to be distributors in my business. I want to join you. I want to run with you. I want to be a part of this 90-day run. I want to change my life. I want to learn. I'm a student right now, and they joined me, you guys. So don't be afraid to, when you know they've seen enough, ask them the question. Now that you've seen everything, where do you see yourself in our company? As a customer using our products, or as a merchandiser, as a distributor, as a promoter, right? Where do you see yourself? Because I'd love to get you started right away. And that's it, right? And if people have reservations and stuff, you can just say, okay, other than that, what's holding you back? Other than that, what's holding you back? And we'll talk about objections and those things later in the upcoming weeks. But if you could show them how to overcome those objections, I'm sure they'd be comfortable in joining, right? So if I could show you how time is not going to be an issue for you, if I can show you how money's not going to be an issue for you, would you be willing to get started? Okay, great. Let me show you how to overcome that. And that's what you guys do. But hey, I hope you guys have a great week. Thank you guys for tuning on Instagram. Thanks you guys for tuning in on Facebook. Share this, share this, share this. Share it on your page. Put a big bet. Watch this video. You can't miss this. If you're in network marketing, you need to listen to this session we had today for the 90-day run. It will blow your mind. I'm going to keep bringing this stuff to you guys. I'll see you guys on Monday, same time, same place, 12 noon for the next 90-day run. Hope you guys have an amazing day. Thank you guys for tuning in. See you guys on Instagram. See you guys on Facebook Live.